Hey guys, it's Frosh Slama. I'm here with another round of the um, modern Collected Company Elves. Deck similar, remarkably similar to the one that won the one of the tournament of GP Charlotte. Okay, well this hand is not great, but hey, it's got some spells and it's got some lands, so we'll run with it. We don't know what we're playing against, but if anything has to do with anything this morning, at least past experience from this morning, is it's a Friday morning here in Southern California, and I've just been playing against like weird decks all morning. Even before I started recording, just weird Magic decks. So I don't even know what to expect this time. I'm kind of to the point where I'm like, I mean, I played against Jun, but like a couple of weird ones that were just bizarre, and I'm like, huh? What's going on, And and it's funny because every time I start playing with this deck, I'm like, I don't know how this deck won a GP. It just seems so like inconsistent. But then like it always seems to draw into like the right cards to win. It's been pretty funny. Not always, but much of the time, it's like all we need is like this card. I'm like, oh, that works. So I'm pretty happy with the deck. I'm not terribly happy with our one match. I had an opponent play super duper slow. That's cool. We don't have any artifacts or enchantments. Our opponent played super slow. He used nearly every minute of his time, and we were just like chilling, waiting. We had like 12 minutes left or whatever by the end of game 3, and he had like 3 minutes or something, and it's like, God, it was excruciating for me. I was getting really annoyed. That's how you know. If you guys haven't found out yet, when I get annoyed, I tend to tell stories where I badmouth Modern as a format. But the fact of the matter is, in that game, it wasn't that I was upset at Modern for being, an unfun format or whatever I usually rant about. It was that my opponent was playing slow as hell. And I guess you can do that on Magic Online, but it really, really is just tedious. Tedious is the word. So, is our opponent playing Zoo? Is this Zoo? Is that what this is? I don't know. He's playing Quasali Pride Mage, which has a Q with no U, by the way. It's just spelled funny. That's the only reason I'm mentioning it. So, what's going on here? Are they going to Pyroclasm now? Was this all some brilliant scheme to Pyroclasm me? It was not Anger of the Gods. I would remove all my stuff, and then I wouldn't be able to play my Hooting Mandrills. My one foil Hooting Mandrills that's in the deck. Oh, wow, okay. Well, we got a lot of Collected Company now. Alright, I guess we're just going to pass the turn. I guess he's playing Zoo, I guess. It doesn't have... These aren't normal, like, regular Zoo cards that you see, like, in current Modern, but... I mean, Quasali Pride Mage is, but Knight of the Reliquary, I've seen it in a couple of decks, but it seems like it's kind of fringe playable. It's like he's probably... If I had to guess, I would say our opponent is also playing Collected Company. Our opponent is probably also playing Collected Company. And... Oh, wow, we hit all creatures. That is cool. Let's see. Let's get us a... do we need a Heritage Druid? Probably not at this point. Well, we're obviously taking Missouri. And we need to take something else. So let's take a Elvish Visionary. Right? I'm good with that. Oh, we gotta put the rest of these back. Guys, 6 creatures. That's the first time this happened all morning. Alright. Now we will block with our Elvish Visionary. Bam. Block. Regenerate Elf. Bam. Regenerate. That did not go the way my opponent expected. I am sure of it. Bam. That worked good. He's really going to path our Missouri now. If he's going to path, he's gonna path it. Or if he's got a way to kill it, he's gonna kill it. Sure. Loxodon Smiter, not scary. See, those are two cards, neither the Reliquary and Loxodon Smiter, that I have seen significant increases in lately. And it just seems to me that it's specifically because wow, 6 mana. Specifically due to the increases in the number of collected companies in Modern. You know, everybody's playing collected companies, so they play those cards because they're good. I mean, I'm not saying they're not good. Don't get me. I'm certainly not saying that they're not good. And I guess we'll play a collected company because we don't have much else going on. It's just free mana. And we will play a. Okay. This is the first time I'm gonna go Eternal Witness to get back our collected company, right? And then Pendelhaven Elder. Now this is a card I just sort of put in the deck, which I was like, I didn't have a Pendelhaven, so I thought, well, we need some kind of effect, right, for that. And it gives all of our 1/1s +1/+2, and that's sweet. So I was like, how could you not, how could you think that's not awesome? And so I thought it was absolutely awesome. So I was like, yeah, we're doing this. This is absolutely what we're doing. And so I put that in. Now it's going to make all of our 1/1s 2/3s. Unfortunately, nothing is a 1/1 right now. So I didn't think of that. Okay. And our opponent gives up because we are completely dominating them. We have, same cards in hand. We have we have one less land than they do, but we have, all these creatures. We have, next turn we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19 mana, 20 mana if we count our Okina, which we would have used, and we would have just pumped our stuff 4 times and attacked and killed our opponent real bad. So Elves is really good against creature decks. In fact, I was playing, I talked about it in a previous video about how Soul Sisters is kind of my guy. I wonder what I should run. I'm definitely, hey, Elves Champion. This is an Elves Champion. This is definitely an Elves Champion. Okay, Pendelhaven Elder's coming out because he wasn't good. That's going to come out of the deck. That's the first time I played him in this whole video series. But yeah, Elvis Champion, I talked about him, was he gives Forest Walk. Forest Walk is good against decks with forests. So, it's bad against other elf decks, but it's great against, anything with forests that aren't elf decks. So, we're going to try that, give that a shot. And I'm thinking maybe we should run a couple of Dismembers, but his creatures just weren't that scary, because ours just seemed way scarier. So, I don't think we're going to sideboard anything else in. I still don't know about this Hooting Mandrills. Well, he didn't kill any of our creatures. Had he been like bolting our creatures and pyroclasming and stuff, I'm sure the Hooting Mandrills would have been much better. All right, this hand seems pretty okay. We got 2 early plays, and then we got a Elvish Mystic, which if he kills, that's okay. We still have a Heritage Druid, and hopefully in the next 2 draw steps we'll draw a land, so we can go play our Azuri. What would be the best draw is if on turn 1 or 2 we drew another 1-mana elf, so we can at turn 2 just go. We're gonna go turn 1 Elvish Mystic, turn 2 1-mana elf that we haven't drawn yet, and then Heritage Druid. But one thing that is interesting about this elf deck is it's kind of okay, there we go. It just sort of wins, It sometimes it just runs over the opponent and it's great, and other times it kind of dirtles along until you draw like a good spell, which is it's always funny when it just sort of dirtles. Sure, kill my elf. I kind of expected that, actually. I expect our opponent to board in a lot of hate against us now, which is fine. Hopefully it's all like 1-to-1 hate, and not, pyroclasm and stuff like that. It could be, though, because you've had a lot of big creatures. but he did have Qasali Pride Mages. So what would be awesome is if I would venture to say he boarded them out, even though they have Exalted, which is good. I would say they probably still boarded them out. It almost just seems like might have been better. Yeah, with Noble Hierarch still in his deck, he doesn't have Pyroclasm. Probably. I don't want to go crazy on that one because I've been wrong before. All right, let's see. How much mana? Well, we're gonna play our Cavernous Holes. Maybe Magic will let me. Okay, and it's an elf. Is what we're going for. I like how it pulls the creatures that are already in play now. That's a nice touch. Nice touch. In an elf deck. But generally, Cavernous Souls goes in decks with, typically a lot of one type of creature. So let's see. I can Court of Calling for 2. Do I want to Court of Calling for 2? Actually, I'm just going to throw out a Nettle Sentinel. And he can bolt one of our Heritage Druids if he wants, but... And that would be not great. Okay, he didn't. So now we can Court of Calling for 2. So our Nettle Sentinel is essentially free. But he can attack us with his Noble Hierarch, which is nice. Okay, so our opponent may or may not have had a bolt. Maybe he's waiting for that Azuri to bolt. I don't know. But we could always just wait till we have that critical mass of dudes. Huh? Oh, he might have Pyroclasm. Okay, our opponent gave up because obviously he realized Nettle Sentinel was a 2/2 and did not have a Pyroclasm. He only had 2 cards in hand and was attacking us with a Noble Hierarch. I'm assuming that our opponent was attacking because he didn't realize Nettle Sentinel was a 2/2 and he thought we were going to tap our guys for mana. But I was thinking maybe he had a Pyroclasm, which is why he was attacking, because he's like, hey, I'll suicide my guy or give you a free damage and then wipe your board. But we had double cord in hand, which was good, but if he had Pyroclasm, we would have been in a little bit of trouble. But he would only had 1 card in hand left, so I'm not that worried about it. But maybe he just had a bad draw. Maybe he drew another land or something. But